Yeah, I should close that. All right. And are we streaming over here? Yeah, I guess we are. Are we? I don't know. Oh, der. There we go. Ah, good morning. I always am in the morning, aren't I? A little frazzled or whatever. Good morning. Let's get this live chat popped out and thrown into the doobly-doo, into my OSB, OBS, whatever it is. Chat. And properties. We'll paste this guy. Is that right? Is that working? I don't know if that's the right thing. Oh. Eileen. Good morning, Eileen. How are we doing today? Copy link. Yes. There it is. All right, I guess we'll go over to the chat and start this guy off. Doing well. That is fantastic to hear. That's very, very good to hear. So, there's been a lot going on today, this past week. The Red Door Creative is officially moving, which that's going to be a lot of work for me. A lot of work. But I'm so excited, guys. So excited. Probably not a good idea to be motioning towards my computer with this like super sharp knife. Just in case. Probably a bad idea. So there's a lot of work at the new place. I'm basically going to have to put on a whole new roof. But I was up there Wednesday, Thursday, I think Thursday. And by the way, hope you all have a nice cup of coffee. I'm having some Batman today. Because I'm an adult. Let me get this here. And show you what my building survey turned up for the new space. Don't mind the wrinkles. Connor got to it. Loop. Why are you that? Is that the Logitech? Yes, the Logitech. It should be visible. There we go. Fascinating. So let's, first off, this is what I currently have. 12 inches or 12 foot 4 inches by 11 foot 4 inches. It works. There's my locking cabinet. There's my assembly table, saw and router combo. There's that, you know, that big shelf in the back. There's the other table that I have my chops on and stuff. Not bad. It works. Not big enough. Here's what I now have. So, you know, it's 21 foot 2 by 11 foot 17. And I just copied this stuff over. So I have the space for 2 locking cabinets, almost 2 of those back cabinets, and then 2 of those tables, and 2 assembly routers, 2 assembly tables, and the size of a new table saw. And I have like 4.5 feet on either side of everything. I have my own private driveway. And I have space out back for a patio and a little fire pit. Now the problems. Where's my phone? My phone in my pockets? Shouldn't be. Oh, there it is. Come on. Oop. Probably turn the brightness up so you guys can see it. So there we go. It's kind of hard to see in these photos, but I'm going to have to put a whole new roof on it. You can see right here, it's kind of really dipped and stuff. You know, there's the inside. So there's work to be done. But it's exciting. Let me get back up to the chat and we'll continue. Where'd he go here? Here we go. We'll slide down. And get that guy out of the way. So, looks like lots of open space though. Yeah, and it's exciting. I have 2 big problems with my current location. 3 big problems. First, it's tiny. Where I have is tiny. So having more space, more than double the amount of space, is going to be really exciting. I have the opportunity for the first time in my life to have a real table saw. Now I still need to get the money for it, but that's another story. Roof comes first, then move everything in, and then roof and electricity, and then we'll go from there. So it's not too bad of a deal. And I think I'm going to film that whole thing. But if I have to replace the roof, instead of replacing with it's a gambrel roof, or sorry, it's a hip roof. Instead of replacing with the hip roof, I'll do a standard pitch roof. But I'm going to do some funky stuff with the joists and the rafters, just to get something interesting in there and get a little bit more headroom. So new roof, new electricity, 1 and 2. After that, move all the stuff in there, and then I can worry about getting a table saw. Yeah, it's exciting. For the other building on property, which is the rest of the red door, that solves my other problem. I love the people that rent there. I love hanging out with them, the whole 9 yards. But it's really difficult to get work done when there's people constantly coming over to your door and checking you out and doing this and want to have a 5-minute conversation. Just having the separation of a small parking lot is going to dissuade that unless they actually need something, or I come into their space. So that's going to be a huge benefit just right there. Not that I don't love them all. It's just, you know, a 1-minute break in conversation, or a 1-minute break in train of thought is, 10 minutes to get back into work after it's done. So it's a snowball effect. So that's problem number 2. Problem number 3 is one of my own creation. Those big doors I built to keep my stuff safe and to provide vertical storage, they are such a ridiculous pain in the ass. I wish I made them 3 times bigger. But that's a problem of my own making. Completely. And I own that. Doesn't mean I like it. This solves that. I have a big garage door now to get product in and out, or to open up and let air flow and blah 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 blah. So let's see. You need a sign like I have: crafting in progress, disturb only if you have coffee or packages. I might have to do that. I said there was 4 problems. That was only 3. There's a 4th. Oh, sawdust. This has a nice concrete floor. Well, I don't prefer concrete because it's hard on your body. To stand on concrete and work on concrete all day. I can actually just sweep everything up. Done. And I have a problem with hoarding scraps. So with the idea of having the fire pit in the back, and it'll probably just be like a little like chimney or something, or a little thing with a grate on top, just something to sit around. I'll be able to just go outside and burn all my scraps, light it up with the rags so they don't catch fire, inauspiciously while I'm not there, and I'll throw on the scraps from the day, and boom, done. A little 15 minutes, 20 minutes of relaxation at the end of the day, and then I control my scrap wood. I don't have to worry about all my rags. It's a beautiful thing. Rich actually follows the sign if the door is closed. You've trained him well. How is Rich, by the way? I don't talk to you guys nearly enough. It's been like 3-4 weeks. And I've barely talked to you guys. I feel quite remiss about that. Oh, one bonus too. Even though this shop is further away, it's actually only 1 minute more travel time, which is really cool. Because it's all 81 up to Sugar Notch, and then get off, and there it is. So super excited about that. And I'm also going to have a big hand in building things and remodeling things for the for the church that we bought as part of the property. He is doing well, working part-time due to no flow in the restaurant as much. Well, that sucks. But I'm glad he's doing well. I really need to call you guys at some point and just bullshit for an hour. Do anything new and exciting over there? Not really. I made myself a little egg McMuffin, so I'm gonna eat that. And then I actually have something really cool to talk to you guys about, process wise, on an item. But as I'm munching on this, let's see. We will be in October. Fingers crossed. Awesome. I really hope you guys are. That would be amazing. Now, there's 2 other people in here, and no one's saying anything. How are you guys? How are you other strangers doing today? Let's see what's up in YouTube land. Actually, let's do the what you call it. What news has my aggregate trolled up for me today? Politics, politics, politics. Ellen DeGeneres, politics, politics. Okay. Here's something interesting. The cheaper, greener alternatives to Clorox wipes. Let's open that guy up. Take a look at that. The world is studded with artificial mountains. Yes, they are. I wonder if they're talking about column piles. How to roast any vegetable. It's not that hard. You just roast them instead of boil the piss out of them like most people do. Sylvester Stallone. Oh, Sylvester Stallone. Why do I put that first T in there? I don't know. Feels robbed of an ownership stake in Rocky 1. How the Go-Go's found their beat, an oral history. What's wrong with the mail? That's politics. I'm not getting into that. The moral cost of cats. Oops, we let our kids go feral during quarantine. You know, I actually have planned for when I get around to it, and I need to find the guest for this. I need to find the right guest for this. I want to talk about that exact same thing on a philosophy, in a philosophy video. You know, the effects now and the effects, you know, what's this going to do to kids 15 years down the road. Oops, let our kids go feral. Back pain, 4 ways to fix. 4 ways to fix lockdown posture. Or posture. The impact of color on our well-being. You know what? If you have a few minutes, take a look at color theory as it relates to your mood, your concentration, everything else. It's really fascinating stuff. Not only can it visually radically alter a room's appearance, but it will change your mood. It will change how you think in that room. The same way that wearing certain clothes changes your mindset. Like, you know, this is my workout clothes, my Knightsmith clothes, my relaxation clothes. But when I go to the shop and I put on that apron, it's like something else clicks in my brain. Or when I'm getting on, you know, my dress shirt in the morning, it's like, okay, we're going to do engineering work. Get into that mindset. So colors are just an extension of that. You know, in your room, it'll change how you think if things look different. So let's go to this Clorox wipes thing, because that's the end of that. The cheaper, greener alternatives to Clorox wipes. Alright, I'm just going to skim through this and pick out the highlights for you. What people like about Clorox Wipe is they're consistent and quality controlled. Well, duh, it's a product. It should be consistent and quality controlled. Any product should be consistent and quality controlled. Nearly 500 disinfectants prior work to kill SARS-CoV-2. If looking for something else, store-bought in lieu of Clorox. DIY wipes. Okay, duh. You start with solution of isopropyl, hydrogen peroxide, and household bleach. Or household bleach. I guess, no, yeah. Don't mix all three of those together. Do not mix all three of those together. I know the bleach and the peroxide will bad. Yeah, that'll kill you. Yeah, do not mix bleach and peroxide here. That will kill you. As long as the isopropyl is a concentration of 60%, hydrogen peroxide is 3%, they should be fine to use. Bleach would be need to be diluted in a solution of either 5 tablespoons mixed into a gallon, or 4 tablespoons of mix can be mixed into a quart. Tablespoons, teaspoons. Okay. Noble advises against using a reusable washcloth for these solutions. Makes sense. So just mix that and then soak your paper towel with that and use that. All right, good. Why can't you just like spray like the stuff on, like put it in a spray bottle and spray it and then wipe it down? I don't know. Maybe so many people like the wet rag instead of spray it on and let it sit for a minute. Because I find when you do that, like when I'm cleaning my kitchen, we use alcohol. It's just vodka, and we slice up lemons and stuff and put that in there. Just makes it smell fresh. That's my favorite cleaner. Wife came up with it. I love it, but I like going through, spraying it, and then doing something and letting it sit for 15-20 minutes. To the point where it almost starts to dry back out, and coming through, hitting it again, and then wiping it up. That works so much better than using like those wet wipes. Just because the water gets to rehydrate everything, whatever water's in the vodka and in the lemon, rehydrates it and helps lift it off. So you go through once, let it sit, then go through again, and it really cleans really, really well. That's my idea. One thing, there's convenience of being able to discard paper towels just like Clorox wipe. There's also a risk of mixing different kinds of disinfectants on the same cloth. When combined, bleach and ammonia can form a noxious gas. Yeah, like I said, you don't want to don't mix bleach with anything. Just don't do it. That's a very fast and easy way to die. You mix bleach with water and clean. That's it. That's all you should be mixing. Okay, so they're just going on. That's it? I thought they were going to give me like a list of different come on. I feel gypped by that article. Here are some alternatives. No. Okay. Let's see. What's here in YouTube land? Ooh, I'm on. Bill Burr. How to stamp a serpentine border into into leather. That looks interesting. Adam Savage one-day build. Machinist tool drawers. That looks fascinating. I don't know if I like drawers though. Drawers are where tools go to die. Recreating 19th century death and mourning photos from Ask a Mortician. I think I've seen that one. And they do tin plating. Tin plating is really cool. It's basically it's the precursor to like Polaroids and stuff. Where you use all these different solutions and you put them onto a tin plate. Put that it has to be all dark. Put that in your camera, and you open your shutter manually for 3 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. And that allows a certain amount of light to come in that bounces off your target and comes back in and has a chemical reaction with the stuff on the tin plate. Then you have to take it, you have to go all dark again, take the tin plate out, go over to your room and do I think they call it wet washing, where you put it through a couple different chemicals to stop and neutralize the reaction at certain color waves. And then you can use that tin plate and develop it, and you get your photograph that way. Really cool stuff. Definitely check it out. It's really worth a look. Let's see, 3 affordable everyday carry setups. I'm having a real tough time reading this morning. I don't know why. 3 affordable everyday carry setups. EDC Weekly. Interesting. I actually want to get into this. It might be too niche of a market to really do anything with, but I think it's a really cool concept that I'd like to do, at least even for myself. And they're EDC pouches, everyday carry pouches. Basically, you have your wallet. I would have a card holder. But what about all those other things in your pocket, like your knife? I have 2 or 3 pens. I always have to have some sort of a notebook on me, a pen light. I should have 1 or 2 probes with me, just in case I need to really test something out. A tape measure. I have a small Architect scale. Actually, the Architect scale, cool. It's cool. It's only like 4.5, 5 inches long, but it still has all 9 scales on it. Or 9, 2, 4, 6, 12. It has all 12 scales on it, which is really cool. But it's only this tiny little thing, so you could easily just slip it in your pocket and be done. A depth gauge. The point is, if you have all that crap rattling around in your pockets, when you go and try and pull something out, it's just going to be a mess. You're going to get tangled. It's going to get caught in your pants, whatever. If you have this thing, and basically it's just a wallet that organizes everything. You can just pull it out, pull out what you need, do your thing, put it back in your pocket, and there's no bramble in your pants. That could be a band name. Anyways, that's the thought. That's the idea. Also, if you have any suggestions for a nice pin light, it needs to be bright, but I don't want anything thicker than like the largest I want to go is something that's the size of like one of these large Sharpies, the chisel tip Sharpies. That's the biggest I want to go, and that's about the right length too. I think that'd be like 2 or 3 double A's. I want to be able to focus. Focused light is more important than wide dispersion of light for me. So I want to look those things up, and I think that'd be very good. Maybe even put a scratch hole in there, or some dividers, maybe a caliper for a depth gauge, and something. I don't know. But that's one thing I want to try and get into. If not for production, just for personal work, because I think it'd be fun and very useful. I always carry a lot of crap in my pockets, and I hate. Anyways, 7 mistakes to avoid when starting your YouTube channel. I probably made all 7 and then a few extras. Making another wallet. The Denatro Mascon leather. Very interesting. They have a very interesting video style. They're fun to watch just because of that style. The biggest knife sharpening lie online. Burification. Okay. How it's made. iPhone 11 Pro Max, XXS Max, XR. Leather case review. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing really interesting here. Big mistake. What ruined the History Channel? Oh, jeez. When they stop getting away from history. Now, I mean, they have the Pawn Star guy on here, and I don't think that ruined it, because with that show, you also, I mean, yeah, you got the fun production stuff, but you got a lot of really interesting history on the pieces, and there was actual factual learning that was to be had there. But when you get into things like chasing Bigfoot, come on. That crap doesn't belong in the History Channel. So, Ancient Aliens, that doesn't really belong on the History Channel. That's a sci-fi thing. Oh, I'm just seeing Joe Rogan pop up in here a few times. I don't know if you heard, but he's leaving California. There's starting to become a mass exodus from California, and he's going down to Texas, Tejas. So I think that's kind of cool. A lot of Bill Burr stuff, a lot of Joe Rogan, a lot of Adam Savage. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a lot of what I watch on here. I like throwing them on Bill Burr and Joe Rogan, especially when I'm traveling, because they have nice long form content, and I have that nice little I don't know the name of the speaker. Anyways, I throw that on there, throw my phone and thing, and it just plays out. It's really great. Very mentally engaging too. Sometimes music's good just to veg out, and I have some really great CDs in my car, but sometimes you want to hear something that's something for your brain to chew on. What do you guys like listening to? Eileen, I know you're really into all those those podcasts, those murder podcasts. Well, that's fascinating. Serial killers and stuff. Well, that was a good crack. That felt good. And here's another EDC thing. 9 classy everyday carry setups. As opposed to what? Anyways. Any resolution with the Facebook, Instagram? No. I'm going to be starting that real soon. Just starting a new one, unfortunately. But I actually did make a dedicated Knightsmith Reddit account. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have threw this up there. This podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, live stream up there today, just so I can start getting more karma and stuff, and then make my own subreddit. Then everyone can join in the fun. But I didn't think about that. But I'm going to start making dual accounts for everything. Personal, Knightsmith. Just so this never happens again. It's a very painful lesson to learn. It's one I didn't think I'd ever have to learn. But yeah, so I'm going to just be starting over on Facebook. Did the Reddit thing. It's just Knightsmith_official. If you guys want to go, check it out, follow me. I'd appreciate it. I only put up one post so far. But you'll know you got the right thing because it'll have my maker's mark in the corner as the profile picture. Because branding is important. Okay. How am I now just starting to eat this? What is wrong with me? So, feels so much better having some food in your belly. It really does. Guys, it takes like not even 4 minutes to make 2 of these. I made one for me and the wife this morning. Oh my god, so easy. Take 4 eggs, beat them up real fast, throw your grill on high. Throw a pan on there, grill, oven, stove. That's the word. Just get these starting up, fry into an egg patty. Throw some slices of English muffin in the toaster. Get a couple slices of bread as the eggs are starting to finish up. You flip it over a couple times, cut it in half, throw in 2 pieces of Canadian bacon, and boom. 2 sandwiches, fantastic tasting, way better than McDonald's. And they don't give you the runs. Like 6.5 minutes to make 2 sandwiches. It ain't bad. It's fantastic too. Though I have to say, Not quite as good as my other sandwich, but there's a trade-off. See, this sandwich is 6.5 minutes flat, start to finish. The other one, while it's faster, once you start cooking everything, you have to do a lot of work ahead of time. To get the best result, you need homemade bread. So there's a whole thing right there. You know, who has the time to make homemade bread all the time just for a breakfast sandwich? That doesn't work. But let's say you have the homemade bread. You still need to fry the bacon first. So that takes that 6.5 minutes. Because really, it's only like 5 minutes, 4 minutes to make a sandwich once you have all that done. But there's a lot of build-up to getting to that point. So sometimes it's not worth it. Anywho, let's take you to the project camera. And I'm going to show you something that I came up with. And I think it's really going to take this one product up to the next class. And you're going to see me either succeed or fail with it this morning. Hopefully succeed. I really want this to work. Take you over here. Yeah, project camera. We'll do that. So I've been puzzling over this for the last week or so. You know, here's the first iteration of the strop. And I believe Joey won this last week or the week before. Now I still have to get this to him. But it's good. It's functional. It's 4 inches. That's 4 inches right there. Actually, you could see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. So it's a nice big surface to strop on. This handle actually feels really good in the hands. But I don't like the shoulder. It's also not centered. And this end here is very functional, but it's too plain for me. If I'm going to be charging like $120 for this, I can't have this plain. I don't want this shoulder here. So I redesigned it. So here's the pattern for that and the other side. Looks nice. But in doing this, I ran into a distinctively interesting problem. Because with this, the way barge cement works is you have to coat both sides of the leather and wait for it to almost dry and get tacky. And then you can put them together. And you need the whole surface coated. Now this is easy. You just take your thing, do a line across, and you're good. Then you can fill in back here. And this goes all off. However, when you're sitting on the leather like this, how do you, because you don't want glue over here, it will discolor things and make things look crappy. So how do you do that? And I was not able to find anything on the internet. You know, I'd have to do this on both sides. I wasn't able to find anything on the internet that was able to give me an adequate solution. So, and this is what we're going to test out today. What I did is I took some packing tape. You know, I scratched this with my scratch all off the pattern. Put some packing tape down. You know, it's on, you know, all 4 sides. Top, bottom, you know, front and back. And then I went back with my razor knife and I just cut that out nice and gentle. So it's kind of hard to see. Ah, there we go. That looks a lot lot smarter. So, also, one more thing I need to do with the leather work. I need to make jigs. I really need to start making jigs for things, because I know I can get this centered if I have the right jig. Perfectly centered every time. I'm not there. And it bugs me because I know I can do it. All right, so what do I have to do? I have to scratch this. When you're gluing top grain leather, it works so much better if you just scratch the crap out of it real fast. Because the flesh side will absorb a lot of the glue and give you a good thick bond through it. But if you glue just the top grain by itself, it'll only glue on the top grain. The glue won't absorb into it. Just a little tip. By the way, Eileen, have you been working on any new projects? Anything cool that you'd like to expand upon, whatever? All right, yeah. It's gonna be difficult. See, I made a bunch of faux leather key fobs. Oh, you're gonna have to send me pictures of those. Why didn't you send me pictures already? Also have been playing with resin inks. Ooh, I'm working right now as I watch this peekaboo tumblers and mommy and me sets. Interesting. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me pictures of that. I'm really interested. Okay, there's my... I like scratching in all different directions, just so I get the max amount of scarification. You're a slacker. I don't think you're a slacker, Eileen. Oh good, that bird's almost worn off. Wonder if I could just stand this and have the same effect. I don't know. I probably could. And I did the same thing down here. Also, this will help me line up the leather too, so I get the right press on here. So I think that's a good bonus as well. Well, they are sent. I'll have to check in a second. Once I get this glued and start to dry. And yeah, because your package that was mailed out over a week ago got lost on the catch-all table under Rich's golf shirts. Well, that's a mistake. You're not a slacker. That's just a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes, Eileen. Don't beat yourself up over it. Okay, there's that. That's all done. Joey, good morning. Laura, good morning. And, well, that's a shame. Yeah, it is, but, you know, things happen. I swear Rich said he mailed it for me. He might have. Or he said he was going to mail it and forgot. It's not a big deal. 1 week, 2 weeks, doesn't matter that much. Mail also takes a while these days. You're right, Laura, it does. You know what? This is cool. It's like the whole gang's getting back together again. So let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, it's back to the drawing board. And so far, it looks good. And Joey, Laura, how are you guys doing? Sorry, what are we up to today? I am trying a new technique, right now for gluing, for doing the, strop that I prototyped last week or the week before, and Joey won. Because I want to charge $120 for these, it needs to be a little bit nicer than just straight cuts, and I don't like the shoulder. So I want to make it a little bit sexy, but there's a problem with that. Yes?
Sorry, we had a blowout.
Oh no. And the problem is the glue up. That being said, I couldn't find a solution anywhere online, so I figured Just make one. And we are trying that out right now. Been up since 7, but entirely forgot what day it was. My bad. That's okay, Joey. I'm not going to fault you. You should have seen how bad my oration skills were earlier. It was atrocious. It was painful listening to my own voice come out of my mouth. Much less whatever you guys had to listen to. It must have been bad. Just could not talk right for whatever reason. Okay, so we got that guy done. Missed you guys. I missed this, having everyone in here talking. Absolutely exhausted. Seems like I'm working constantly now. I've been working a lot, caught up on sleep this weekend. We often rewatch the beginning of this then. I wouldn't be opposed to you guys rewatching everything. Get me that sweet, sweet watch time. I really should put like paper down or something when I'm doing this. Like craft paper or something so I don't get any of the stuff on the face grain. I know it's not actually face grain, but that's a woodworking term. But you know what I'm. The pretty side, not the suede side. I also talked extensively about the new shop. There's that guy. And then this one just gets... Okay. And I have about 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. Now. Eileen, you said you sent them to me? I didn't receive any pictures from you. Whatever. See, how have you been, Eileen? Been busy working and trying to craft. I know exactly how that feels. Working on a few new items to stock up and sell. That is so much fun. It's kind of cool seeing this. Just I know maybe it's not as cool as I'm thinking it is, but to me, this is really cool watching this kind of change colors and actually you can see the definition. So it's something. To me, it's cool because I know what's happening. I love seeing you guys talk and stuff, amongst each other. This is fun. This is really fun for me. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Eileen, can I show these on here? Do you mind if I show these on here? Because these are really cool and impressive. And I also like to promote people. Awesome. Here's the first one. That's a tumbler. That is really cool. I like how you have the drip, like the glitter drip on the side. Key fobs. Ooh, those are nice. What kind of ring is on those? Or keeper or whatever. That's cool. And then mom of a little gent. This one is funny. Chaos coordinator, chaos creator. That's awesome. And I know seeing it from my phone onto the thing, it loses definition drastically, and then probably loses a little bit more definition on your end of things. But trust me, it looks way better on my phone and really, really cool. Okay. Now let's see if this is going to be something nice. Side one. Side two. And now here's the real test. To see if this works. Come on. I think it's working. I mean that roughed up the leather here a little bit, but that's something that could be fixed later. What couldn't be fixed is the leather getting the top grain, the glue on the top grain. It worked. Look at that. And I mean, are you not gonna work? There we go. Isn't that so much sexier of a profile for the handle? I mean, I still have to go through and do everything, but that looks so much better to me, doesn't it? It worked. It worked. Hot dog. Right, let's go. Oh, you said you sent me another picture. Let's see what the picture is. Ooh. Drink up, witches. That's cool. Oh, okay, I see. So it's just those three like pins and slots there. So you put the two folds in, then crimp it over. Very nice. Very cool. I like that. All right, let's get over to the chat cam. Get this guy out of my face now. Ooh, that was a whole hour. Beautiful. Eileen, those turned out really good. I'm super happy with that. And, you know, I'm kind of glad that I get to do these experiments live with you guys. To me, it's a little bit more exhilarating because I don't know if it's going to work. I put that mask on last night and I was like, it's too late to do it. So I was thinking about it and worrying about it all night, and boom goes the dynamite. Yes. So I feel 10 times more, 10 times happier now. Now that you guys were able to experience that with me firsthand. That is really cool. So that's awesome. So happy. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Oh boy. That's awesome. So guys, if you haven't heard yet, I just made a dedicated account, Reddit account for Knightsmith. It's this logo right here. I don't think those are live links. I don't know how I did that. I need to change all that stuff because I need to get rid of this guy right there, because that's no longer in existence. I don't know if I'm going to keep the LinkedIn or not. Or is that Indeed? I don't know. This guy. That's probably going to end up going. That one might end up going as well. So we're going to figure something out. But made a dedicated Reddit account for Knightsmith. So you should go over there and follow. So I can make a subreddit. Ooh, pardon me. You need to put it in your description. I will. I didn't even think about it until halfway through this podcast. Podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call this, live stream. And I'm pretty sure Google Plus died. Yes, it did. It's gone. There's actually been a class action lawsuit against it. But there and again, that's stuff to be figured out within this next week or two. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. And thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time. And I'll see you later.